What is going on, people? Welcome back to another video with myself, Hoxton. So listen guys, in this video I am in central London, particularly around Piccadilly Circus, Regent Street area. Now the reason why I'm around here is because lots of our followers have been telling me about this pop-up that's going to be happening this weekend. That's March the 23rd through to March the 24th by a brand called ARNE. Now I don't know if I've said that right, it's ARNE or ARNE, but this brand has been making absolute waves as of late, and I thought, you know what, because I've seen it so much from our followers on Instagram, they've been messaging me, on our Facebook people have been mentioning it, so I thought, you know what, I need to go and check out this brand because it looks like it's doing some really good things. But whilst I was in Piccadilly Circus, I couldn't help but notice how this iconic area here in Trafalgar Square, super iconic area, that all these shops below these iconic screens at the top, except for the Boots, were all derelict, guys. No one is renting them out. There is a massive problem, in my opinion, within the retail industry right now, and there's so many retail units that are just not being taken up because retail at the moment is actually struggling. Even this building here, the one next to it, I went to go and have a look, and this stuff is all unrented, empty shops in big old central London. There's a massive problem here that's happening, and I personally think that they're just keeping this problem under wraps and they're not really letting people know how bad this problem actually is. But if you wait to the end of the video, I'll be talking more about that because I noticed some more shops that were kind of abandoned, so I'll mention that at the end of the video. But for right now, I want to go back to this brand called ARNE. Now, ARNE was started by two young brothers who are from the Midlands. It's either Manchester or Wigan, because there's not too much information about them, but these two young brothers started this brand in 2018. It blew up over the pandemic around 2020, and right now they are doing major things, looking to expand over to the US, doing pop-ups, and this is their second pop-up, I believe, in London. So it's actually amazing that these young guys are turning very entrepreneurial and trying to do some really cool things. And we also have to ask the question is, why are brands like ARNE, who are very, very well priced, who are sitting in this kind of very reasonable price point positioning compared to other brands, and they are doing so well that I believe other brands are probably envious of the type of traffic and support and sales that these guys are achieving. Times are really changing, and I've said this before, that I do think that luxury retail is going to be suffering a lot in the long term. Now this is the queue here for ARNE, and actually these three chaps that are in front of me, these two chaps and the one that just left on the camera, they were actually followers of the channel, funny enough, and when they turned around we had a conversation. It was so cool. He called up his dad and I ended up having a chat with his dad, and we were having a conversation. Here he's showing me a brand called Trope Official, which is another similar type of brand. Now these brands, they kind of started on Instagram, but then they've come off the Instagram and now they're kind of like bigger than life. And look, there's even an ARNE van driving down the road there, just to kind of show you what these guys are doing. And I'm so proud that these young guys are able to just be so entrepreneurial and flip the market on its head. Now this is the ARNE Clo Instagram, and the chap was showing me all the different pieces and was having a really good conversation, because he really highlighted to me the importance of these type of brands, especially for people in this current climate. I mean, look at this queue. This queue was really long. There was lots of people here, and this started at 10 a.m. and I'm sure people would have been here from like 8 o'clock in the morning. But the price points on this stuff is actually really good. It's not in the 200, 300 pounds region. We're talking more around the kind of 50, 60 to 100 pounds type of region, which I personally think is a missing gap in the market right now, where brands are not really wanting to sit in this position. They're all wanting to try and raise their prices and become luxury. But I personally feel that this kind of very accessible price range is a brilliant positioning for brands, especially for younger people, especially for people that are wanting to trade down. But anyway, ARNE have gone and taken this pop-up for 2 days. You can see there's a lot of queue, and those are their footwear pieces there, which are actually made in Portugal, which is really good. And I think, but I'm not sure 100%, that the clothing is made in Portugal as well. Look, they were even giving out these donuts to people that were waiting in the queue. This is what you call top customer service. This is how you look after your customers. This is how you look after people that are coming to spend money with you. Do you know how many brands and retailers you go and spend your hard-earned cash and they don't even bat an eyelid at you? They don't even say thank you. They don't even really care that you're coming to spend your hard-earned cheese with them, and then you just feel like, okay, I spent all this money with you, but I'm not really getting much love back. Times are changing, guys. Retailers are really going to have to pick up on their customer service and their offerings, and they're really going to have to start thinking about their price positioning if they want to start getting people to come back. Anyway, once I got inside there, it was about a 20-minute wait. And to be honest with you, I hate queuing, but these two guys, followers that were in the queue, they made it really easy because we had a good old chat and then the time just went. So I made my way up to the first floor, put my little bags and donuts down, hoping no one would nick my donuts, because if I don't have my donut, then I might get quite ratty. But I started looking at some of the clothing, and you can see here cargo pants were ranging from about 40 to 55 pounds. Now, I actually thought this was an outlet. I thought it was like a sale, but it wasn't. This is just a pop-up at normal prices. But to be fair, at £45 for the pants, I thought that was really, really reasonable. Personally, the quality felt good. It looks really good, and I thought, you know what, this is actually some nice stuff. Now, although I've seen this stuff on Instagram and I've seen it all around, I haven't seen it in person. So just touching it and feeling it and looking at it, I think for the price point, this is quite reasonable. This brand is doing some really good things, and I think a lot of people are going to start moving on to stuff like this way more. Now, their trainers are really good quality as well, very well made, very kind of hard wearing and sturdy. Again, made in Portugal, where a lot of designer brands, Louis Vuitton, I can't remember some others, but there's a lot of designer brands. They make their footwear, particularly in Portugal, because the craftsmanship, the quality, the build quality is very high in Portugal. Now, all of these cargos here were around 45 to 50 pounds. I actually picked up this piece right here. I thought, let me go and support the brand and pick something. So I ended up picking this piece because I felt like it was quite nice, and that was 45 pounds. It also had a zip at the ankle because I wanted something that could be a little bit flared if I wanted to. But you can see here they had shorts, they had shirts, t-shirts, and although it was not exactly standout pieces, but the quality and the little attention to detail I thought was really, really smart, and it looked really good. And to be honest, I think there's a lot of demand for this type of stuff now. This type of clean, relaxed, almost luxury type aesthetic. You know, this kind of a silent luxury type aesthetic, which is quite big at the moment. And we're seeing lots of brands in this space, like I believe it's called Monet Devoir. Sorry if I haven't said that right, but there's a brand where this ex-footballer started his own brand, and it's kind of similar to this type of stuff. It's your kind of like Represent, it's like your Cole Buxton, it's this type of relaxed, casual, smart casual type stuff, and it's doing really well at the moment. And to be honest with you, a lot of these luxury brands right now, they could take a leaf out of these guys' books, because I personally think people are being put off designer brands and their price points. After speaking to so many different people, lots of followers, lots of people within my circles, people in the industry, people that are working in these luxury shops, and the message is resonating kind of like the same thing. The pricings that are coming in for these luxury brands are way too expensive, and and moreover, it's even off-putting as well. But yeah, that was the it wasn't a sample sale, but that was the pop-up there, guys. I will put the address in the description box so that you guys can check it out. But yeah, this video is going to be out tomorrow early, so I don't know if you guys are going to see it, but I put it in the Facebook and I put it on the Instagram as well. But this is what I wanted to show you. Look, this is Regent Street. This is meant to be one of the top fashion destinations in the world, and look how many shops are empty on Regent Street. So many shops were empty, so many units just abandoned with no one willing to take them out. Why? Because rents are stupidly expensive, and people are not spending on this expensive stuff right now. Okay, it's when the recessions come, when tough time hits, things that are super expensive that are not needed, people just don't spend their money on them. Even Burberry have done their own, they've changed up to a new designer, they've got these new higher price points, and there was no one in the Burberry shop. It was virtually empty. It was just staff just standing around, bless them, trying to look busy, trying to serve whatever customers there were, but there were none. There were no customers, and this was a similar theme that I've seen all around. And look at Gymshark. We've got Gymshark on Regent Street, which was busy. How come Gymshark is busy but Burberry's not busy? Look how many people are going into Gymshark. There was not, mate, I didn't even see one person go in and out of Burberry. Again, price points, guys. These price points that these designers are coming up with are just too expensive. Now, this brand here, On Cloud, these guys seem to be doing really, really well. I've seen a lot more people talking about this brand, wearing this brand. Even on our Facebook, I see a lot of people making requests. Does anyone have any On Cloud trainers? And I'm even thinking of getting a pair myself. After speaking to the lad that follows our Facebook and follows a few of my accounts, he was saying it was one of the most comfortable trainers that he's ever worn. So yeah, that's one to check out. I also noticed Hackett as well. Hackett is an old school English brand, and to be honest with you, although I do like them, I'm surprised that they're still around, because whenever I look at them, I don't see many people wearing or going inside Hackett's. I don't know who's buying that, but you know, it's good to see that they're still around as well. Now, what I did is pass quickly through to Regent Street. I saw Belstaff. Belstaff are celebrating their first 100 years of being in business, and they're doing a special kind of fit out in the store. So if you're local to Regent Street, you can go and check it out. One of the followers that I spoke to in the queue also noted that there was a sample sale happening in Regent Street at a place called The Showroom. So I'll put that link in the description box so you can check that out. But one thing that we will be doing, guys, is we will be letting people know about sample sales now on our website. That is something that I'm going to be doing, but me and the team are going to be putting information, so whenever we see sample sales, we're going to be updating those weekly, so you can go straight to our website, thehoxtontrend.com, and go and check that out. Okay, now the reason why I'm showing you these stores here, if you look, H&M, Weekday, and I think the other one was Arquette. These places were busy. These places had loads of people going in there. Why was that? Why was that? And also, I wanted to take a video of this in Oxford Street. The center of Oxford Street here, these 4 different corners of this part of the road it's like a prime retail destination. And if you look at the stores there, it's Microsoft, you've got Nike, but look what was next to Nike, IKEA. Why would you put an IKEA over there? And then you got this other brand called Intimacy that I've never heard of. These shops used to be the pinnacle of the shops in Oxford Street, and the dynamic of Oxford Street is really changing, so that was really interesting to see. But anyway, guys, it was just a quick video for you. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you want to follow ARNE, you can go, and I'll put a little link for you in the description box below. But what I've noticed is a lot of young guys are really liking this brand, and they're letting their older brothers know, they're letting their family members know, they're letting their dads know, and the dads are going and checking it out, and they're saying, do you know what, this stuff is actually quite clean, and I actually quite like it. So older people are now being introduced to the brand because the aesthetic is nice and clean. It's not immature, it's not overly done. It's something that a young man can wear, it's something that a middle-aged man can wear, or an older gentleman can wear as well, because it's that clean and that's smart. Okay guys, listen, that's it for the video. I've got lots more like this coming, so make sure you stay tuned. Remember, follow our Facebook group, because that's where we put a lot of these information about sample sales, but I'll also make sure that our team starts putting that up on our website, so you can also check that out on there. Guys, I'm out. Peace.